How would you fix San Francisco, or fix at least this?
To be honest with you, it's resources. You travel to some of the places that don't have social services. They're thriving. Their sidewalks are clean. You don't have any drug use out on the street. You don't have anyone leaned over. You don't have an environment like this.
So you're not saying there aren't enough resources, you're saying there are too many resources.
Cut back on resources, 100%.
I was on 6th Street in San Francisco, which is in the midst of a deadly drug crisis.
I mean, just look, people bent over and, drugged out.
Since the arrival of fentanyl in the late 2010s, this city has seen record overdoses.
And it seemed like San Francisco's starting to be like The Walking Dead almost, like Zombieland.
We can no longer treat this fentanyl crisis like a 9-to-5 issue.
San Francisco's new mayor has issued a call to action. And in a break with progressive orthodoxy and the city's longtime tolerance for drug use, one member of the Board of Supervisors has proposed arresting and forcing into treatment 100 drug users a night.
I do not believe there is a problem facing San Francisco today that isn't either wholly caused by or made significantly worse by street-level drug addiction.
I wondered what the cops and citizens of this neighborhood thought should be done about this city's drug problem.
I would have a serious configuration of a mental health team. It would be a doctor out here, the clinician, a social worker. You would just have to go up to each and every one of these people to assess them.
The more you give, the more supplies you provide to develop people into what they are now, the more they will come.
We're grateful for all the things you guys do for us. The city's a great place. Actually, if you're homeless, it's a great place to be because there's a lot of resources.
Where do you live now?
I live at the Henry Hotel.
How do you pay your rent, if I could ask?
From SSI, Social Security income.
Some people say, well, if you couldn't rely on the SSI,
that
maybe
we'd man up and boot up or something and get ourselves together.
Yeah, what do you say to that?
I think that's just we're trying hard. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to be broken. No one wants to be struggling. We want these things to happen.
San Francisco's a shit show.
How would you fix it?
We would go more to helping the people live better in San Francisco more than give out free needles.
In the early 90s, San Francisco started distributing needles as a way to combat the AIDS epidemic. San Francisco continues to distribute millions of syringes a year in an effort to make drug use safer.
There's an approach you can go about addiction, and the whole idea of just cutting it off or just illegalizing everything and just breaking it, it's I think a foolish answer to it because it's a reality. It's a reality of what people are doing and what people have been doing and are going to continue to do.
What should happen with this guy right here? Who's clearly ODing on something?
Hopefully wishes to seek medical treatment, right? These people make these choices. They all have civil liberties. We've all sworn to uphold the Constitution as part of law enforcement. And unfortunately, this is the way it is right now. The only way to really force somebody to do anything is to criminalize it. And we're kind of seeing that turn right now. I don't want to necessarily see the prison industrial complex come back. I don't think anybody wants to see that come back. But we have to you have to weigh the compassion and giving people second and fifth chances and all that other stuff. I honestly, in my role here, I have no idea how to fix it.
I used to be a criminal.
Yeah.
I used to be like one of them until I got clean.
How did you get sober? What made you get sober?
Prison time. Facing serious prison time. So I had to take a fork in the road and change for the better.
The authorities said to you, you can either go to prison or to rehab?
Yes. Yep. That was the option. So, but I just took matters in my own hand. That was the best decision I could make at the time, and it's working out.
I've dealt drugs in the past.
How did you transition from drug dealer to community activist?
Well, I went to prison. And when I came home from prison, my mind got a different outlook and a perspective. That was 20 years ago, though. I've been clean for 20 years, though.
What is fentanyl like?
It's great. I don't know how to explain it. It's scary. In a sense, it's not scary when you're high. I smoke it.
Does any part of you want to stop using it?
I guess to an extent, I want to better my life. I want to be happy, basically. You know what I'm saying? I choose to be happy because the situation's not the best, but it's not horrible. You know what I'm saying? Look at the good things that are happening all around you. Life is beautiful. Just walking down the street with the heat on your back, you know what I'm saying? Or just crossing by people you meet on the street and just talking with them or whatever, sharing some love, you know what I'm saying? Those incidences are what helps me keep kind of going and happy to be alive.